So Stuart, disappointing result today, but I think we should really start with the kind of Craig Whiting injury. It looked a really nasty one. Do you have any update for us?
Yeah, I think from a result perspective, that kind of goes into the background when you see a head knock like that. Away at hospital, probably that's all we know at this moment in time. So fingers crossed that there's nothing too severe with it. So we'll just wait on an update from that. But certainly be out for a considerable time, and it's a big blow for Craig to start with, and a big blow for us. These things happen, but yeah, it's he'll be in a bit of pain tonight, no doubt about that.
Yeah, and I guess we all just wish him a very speedy recovery.
Without doubt, yeah, as I say, it's that's more important just now in the result. But hopefully he does make a speedy recovery, and hopefully we see him again this season. We'll just have to wait and see on that once we get some word from the hospital when eventually we get that through either Gemma or Scotty or that. We'll certainly see how he is later tonight.
Yeah. I mean, the game itself, up to that point, you must have been pleased with the way we'd started.
Yeah, I think let's not get carried on. Arbroath will win the league, and we knew that before the game. They're the best side in the league, so we knew it would be difficult. But I thought there was very little in the game, right up maybe until the goal. But teams that win leagues know how to win games 1-0, and they managed the game perfectly well after they scored their goal in the second half, and I think we've one shot at goal. But yeah, started the game fine, playing into quite a strong wind, and I thought we more than held our own within that, without creating any real chances as well, with a few corner kicks and stuff like that, and bits and pieces around the box. But then the goals change games. We know that, and we've said that many a time standing here, and that was a fact of it today.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, you were saying that up to the point, obviously with Craig's injury, you had to make a change, and that kind of caused a little bit of a change in shape, and maybe did affect how easily we were kind of getting up the park up until that point.
I think when somebody of that quality comes off for you, because he links between Owen and the midfield really well, Craig, he's great at it. So while him going off, it obviously left Owen a bit more isolated within the game, and when you're playing against two strong centre halves and experienced centre halves, it's difficult for him. I felt a bit isolated, the big fella, when he was up there. But ultimately, the goal comes from when we're in possession of the football as well, and then we give the ball away needlessly, and then they go and score their goal. And then after that, I thought second half they managed the game really well and limited us to very few chances.
Yeah, I thought that kind of quality, particularly in the midfield, started to kind of show itself the later the game went. And obviously you made some changes, and Paul comes off the bench and almost kind of changes it later.
Yeah, well, it was maybe more a desperation than anything else, Brian. I think where you're chasing the game like we're chasing, we've went 4 up front, we went three for 3 at the back, and we're just trying to get the ball forward as such and pick up scraps and almost get away with one with Paul on the edge of the box. But that's what you need to do when because as I say, I thought they managed the game really well, Hammy and Goldie. And they've got some right good players as well, so it makes it difficult for you can you get in behind, can you get down the side, and I felt we were just struggling a wee bit that way. And the guys have been terrific the last few weeks, there's no doubt about that, and they kept going and we kept going, and you're just hoping for that wee break, and probably that was our best chance, was Paul's one, but as I say, we're limited to very few chances in the second half.
Yeah, and talking about injuries as we did earlier on, you made a change in bringing Kerr off quite early in the game, and there was like 2 stoppages, I think, for different injuries to Kerr. First half, was it kind of injury related?
Not just legs. He hasn't trained since the Cove game, and then he had to go and get a scan, and everything came back clean with the scan. He got an injection, so he's only trained that the Thursday night. But we just felt with the importance of the game and who we were playing against, it was worth putting him in, and if we got 60 minutes out of him, then that was great. We would deal with that after it, especially with Andy being out as well. So he gave us everything, and then hopefully he wakes up with no ill effect on Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, you mentioned Andy, obviously had to come off last week and wasn't able to play any part today. Any update on his progress?
Broken bone in his hand, big blow for us, because I think in the last 6 weeks Andy's been my best defender. He's been outstanding since he got back in the team, and so he gets a cast off. Hopefully, we're hoping he gets a cast off on Tuesday and gets a splint on him. We'll just have to see from there if it's certainly I think he'll probably be unavailable for next week, and then we'll just have to see after that. We'll monitor that as it goes along.
And you mentioned earlier how you were pleased with the kind of the way the team's been playing, and there's no doubt the kind of level of performance and form has been improving week to week. And I think if you looked at the stats of today's game, we were ahead in most of the stats other than the one that matters the most. But as you know, with 4 games left, you must be kind of happy with the way that things are going, the direction that we're going.
Yeah, we've certainly improved. We know that the Cove game, to lose the 2 late goals was a real kick in the teeth. But the boys bounced back great and won the next 2 games on the back of that. And today, we know we'll have to be at our best to get something out of the game against Arbroath, because ultimately they will go and win the league. We know that. So for us to get anything out today, everything would have to tick. And although I thought we were decent, we have been better in past weeks. But that said, sometimes you've got to give more credit to the opposition and how they play against you. And as I say, they're a big, strong, physical side, and they've got good players as well with that. So when you have that combination, then that's why they're 11 points clear at the top league.
Yeah. So looking ahead, next Saturday, a long away trip down to Dumfries, but an opportunity, I think, to kind of secure ourselves if other results kind of go our way. Yeah,
I think we'll keep looking over our shoulder, and rightly so, because we know how important the Annan game was here, and to lose the first goal and the reaction was outstanding from the lads to win that game, and then to win last week as well at a difficult venue in Steny. But obviously you're still looking at the results. Results today of certainly we're in the same position where we're in. We still need to win football matches. The 2 above us have gone away now. So basically we're still looking to win football matches, and ultimately the main aim is to secure First Division football as quickly as we possibly can. Because you see, like, everybody's scrapping down at the bottom to get points, and it's never easy. And Queens are now shot into 4th place. I think they're 4th, aren't they?
I think so.
Yeah. So again, they're on a wee run as well. So it's not going to be easy. But a venue that we didn't do so well first game of the season, I think, with 2 red cards that day. But hopefully we keep 11 men on the pitch and maybe get a positive result.
Perfect.
Thanks, Brian.